Well, dear ones, probably you have seen Pastor Lauren's video from earlier in the week. If you have not, this video will include spoiler alerts, so I highly recommend that you go back and watch his video before you watch my video. If you did watch his video already, probably you have heard that LCR is moving into a time of transition where Pastor Zorn will be retiring, although he doesn't like that word. He's going to be making a career change, as all pastors do. Pastors have a tendency not to really retire from anything. We just make career changes and do ministry in different ways. And of course, for all of us who know Pastor Zorn well, we know that absolutely that's what's going to happen. He's not going to sit on a beach sipping mojitos, but he is going to continue to do ministry in different ways. And so we are excited for all that the future holds for him, and of course for Cindy as well, for their opportunities to be with family in new ways and opportunities to find some rest and renewal and new direction in terms of how they share their gifts and how they advance God's love and God's kingdom in the world. So while we are very celebratory, excited, and grateful for Pastor Zorn and for Cindy, probably you also have some questions about what will happen next. And so I wanted to make a video to offer you a little bit of the groundwork of what to expect, the lay of the land, and give you a chance to think about how things will move forward in case you were feeling a little bit anxious about what happens next. So the very first thing, of course, is that we are going to take time to celebrate the incredible ministry both of Pastor Zorn and of Cindy as well. Both of them have done incredible things here in this place, out in the world, locally, globally, you name it. They have been sharing God's love in incredible ways for all the years that I have been here, but certainly long before that as well. And we are going to take time to celebrate their gifts, the gifts that they have offered to the world, as well as the gifts that they have offered to each of us. I know that I can say that I became a pastor in this place, and I became a pastor alongside Henry and Cindy, and both of them have helped to shape who I am as a pastor. I've learned so much from them, and I'm so grateful that I had this opportunity for 10 years now for us to be in team ministry together, and it has been a wonderful, wonderful experience. Henry has done a great job of always doing great ministry, but in the last couple of years really helping LCR to be positioned in a great way for this time of transition. And I think we can really be very excited about what comes next. We can be grateful and we can be thankful and celebrate Pastor Zorn, and then we can switch gears and also be excited about what's going to happen next in this place. So that brings me to what is going to happen next in this place. And the first thing that I want to share with you is that I have no desire, no plans to be leaving. I plan to be here. I love you all. You're stuck with me. I've talked with the bishop and the bishop's staff, and I will be here throughout this time and hopefully for many years to come. So that's the first thing. I know some of you have asked the question in the past about how Pastor Zorn and I are tied together. Our calls are not coterminous, which means that I will be able to stay and continue doing ministry in this place even as Pastor Zorn does a career change and moves on to different things. So first and foremost, we will celebrate from now until the time that Pastor Zorn empties his office and turns in his keys and moves on. Until then, it will all be a time of celebration and of being with the ministry that he and Cindy have done in this place. Then, once Pastor Zorn has left, there'll be 2 weeks where it'll be me here by myself for 2 weeks. And then after that, the synod will assign us an interim. And so we'll have an interim pastor as well that will help me, and we'll do ministry together for some time. Amy Cheney, as is dictated in our Constitution, she's our vice president right now, which means that she will become the chair of the future call committee. Again, nothing will happen with the call committee until after we have celebrated Henry and Cindy in fullness. But once that happens, Amy Cheney will be the chair of the call committee, and we will go into a period of study. We'll look at what's happening in ministry here. We'll look at what is the future of the team ministry in this place going to look like, and we'll officially begin the call process. As that happens, certainly Amy will be in charge of much of what goes on in terms of how that call process unfolds. And it'll be about, the earliest that the synod has offered is that it'll take at least 6 months for us to to call a new pastor, because it'll take time for us to be in study. It'll take time for us to live into what does it feel like now that Pastor Zorn has moved on to different things. What does it feel like to be LCR now? How are things changing? How have they shifted? So it'll take about 6 months at the earliest. It might take longer. We just don't know. But that's essentially what will happen. So again, for these next few months, we are in 100% gratitude celebration mode with Pastor Zorn and with Cindy. And then when the time comes that we have celebrated in absolute fullness, then we will contact the Synod office. Amy Cheney will begin her work as part of the call committee. And like I said, there will be an interim that will come on to help me as well, so that we will move things forward. As you know, we will do our very best to make things seamless, but things will change and things will be different. And there are gifts and joys that come with that. And I'm excited for all of what can come for LCR. As I said, Pastor Zorn has done incredible ministry in this place. There is incredible ministry still for us to be doing and to be done. And I am looking forward to what the Spirit is going to do in this place, because as you know, as well as I do, the Spirit is always blowing, always moving. There are always new things that are cropping up, new ways for us to serve and to love others, to share God's grace with the world. And so I want to thank you for watching. If you have further questions, feel free. You can certainly ask me. You can also talk with Amy Cheney if you would like to. And I believe, as Pastor Zorn shared with you, you're encouraged to be in worship this weekend so that you hear from him a little bit more about his plans and about what's unfolding and what's happening for him. Also, I would ask for your prayers during this time. Prayers of deep gratitude for the Zorns, certainly for Pastor Zorn and for Cindy, but for their children as well. And for, pastors are in ministry, we are in ministry, but our families are in ministry too. And so I encourage you to be praying for them. Again, deep gratitude for all that they have given to this place, and deep gratitude that they have given to you in particular, the ways that your relationship has unfolded with each of them. And I would ask for your prayers for myself and for my family in this time as we transition to new shapes of ministry and what new things will crop up and how it will change and shift. And of course, to pray for all of LCR, to pray for the future call committee as it is formed, and to be attentive to God's movement in this place. And so again, I ask for your prayers. I ask for your attendance in worship in person if you can be here this weekend. If not, certainly then at least on the live stream to hear from us. But this is a time of celebration, of gratitude, of joy and excitement. And I look forward to all of what will unfold in the next year and change, and how that will all shape out. So thank you so much. God bless.